stop chasing stimulation. It is okay to be bored, to be silent, or to be alone. Sometimes we need to detox from overstimulation and instant gratification to gain clarification and recenter ourselves. Don't entangle or log into the energy of the mind and watch everything nicely begin to slow down by itself. And even if some thoughts come, which they will, let the chatter pass and don't pay attention to it. The reflex to engage with the mind gets faded gradually and we get better at staying out of it. Don't get into any street fights with your mind or accept any of its promises. Don't touch any thoughts or intention. Don't pick up any thoughts or wish to do something. And suddenly, all the chaos or noise around settles like dust particles naturally. For many of us, our lives are so filled with stimuli, and not to mention the responsibilities, that it's almost impossible for us to sit and do nothing, much less relax even for a few minutes. We are no longer human beings, but more like human doings. Occasional boredom can actually prove to be good instead of us giving ourselves tags like we're being lazy or unproductive. We need to learn to do nothing and allow ourselves to be bored and not battle the mental dialogues, multiple open tabs, and the monkey mind chaos to finally find peace in the process. Sometimes you have to go through madness to find yourself, and in this case, our madness is self-created. You must be wondering, why on earth would I choose to be bored? But try this. If you allow yourself to be bored, even for an hour or so, and don't fight it, the feelings of boredom will be replaced by the feelings of peace. And after a little practice, you'll learn to relax. Instead of attending to everything like an emergency and constantly trying to handle or diffuse a situation like a ticking bomb. At first, you will struggle as our minds are attuned to being busy and often mindlessly. But after a while, you will get used to it, and when you do, you'll learn to enjoy these mini moments you pull out for yourself, not your work, family, or the to-do list, just you and the meaningful me time. Not asking you to indulge in hours of laziness, but learning the art of relaxing or just being in the moment and consciously doing nothing. Just sit still. That should be easy, right? Initially, you may feel a little anxious, but with each day, it will get easier. The payback is tremendous. Learning to unlearn is also a learning we need to learn. Much of our anxiety and inner struggle stems from our busy, overactive minds always needing something to entertain them, seeking dopamine rush, something to focus on, and always wondering what's next. While we're on to one task, we're already thinking what's next. I wonder what happens to those people who suddenly have nothing to do. If the mind is not engaged in a task, does it go into a panic mind arrest or something? Dolce far niente. A pleasant idleness is a state we all should be able to witness and enjoy. The beauty of doing nothing is that it teaches you to clear your mind and relax. It gives your brain some freedom from all that overworking. Just like our bodies, our minds need an occasional break from its frenzied, hectic routine. Remember, everything works better after a reboot, and when we allow our minds to take a break, it comes back stronger, sharper, and more focused and creative. So when you allow yourself to be bored, it takes an enormous amount of pressure off you to be performing and doing something every second of the day. Did you ever think someone would actually suggest that you should allow yourself to be bored? Well, I guess there's always a first for everything. Change is always good, and when we give our minds what it hasn't done, felt, or known before, you actually expand its bandwidth and its limitlessness. Now go get bored and enjoy.